Hi, this is PR Sundar. Welcome to this special episode where I'm going to talk about something very interesting about the brokers. What has happened in the last few years? There were a hell lot of problems with the broking industry. The first, Carvey, BMA Wealth Creators. So these are all some of the top brokers. So they have gone bankrupt. And the reason, so they have used the client's money for their own trading, or some clients' money they've given to other clients to trade or something like that. So that became a shock. Even now, as and when I talk to the people, the people ask me, sir, suggest a good broker. If I say this broker, then the next question they ask, sir, what if he goes bankrupt? After these incidences, so SEBI has brought in a lot of changes. Earlier, the brokers can give one client's money as a deposit to exchange so that other clients can trade. So that all they've stopped now. But even then, so these few incidences of Carvey and BMA Wealth Creator, it has giving some jitterness among the investor and traders community when it is coming to trust. Initially also, if you see, the broking industry, if you see, so there are two types of brokers. One, standalone brokers, and the other one is backed by the banks. The brokers, which are backed by the banks, just like ICICI Securities, HDFC Securities, Kotak Securities. So they all have their banking backup. The trust is very, very high there. And whereas standalone brokers, the trust is less. But the problem is that just because these people having the trust, they charged too high brokerage. And once upon a time, they used to charge 2.5% of the premium money as a brokerage for options trade. Mostly I trade in long-term options. So long-term option, typically I sell one lot. My premium collection will be 50,000 rupees. 2.5% of 50,000 rupees will be 1,250 rupees. Can you imagine paying 1,250 rupees brokerage for trading one lot? This is how they were doing it. Sometimes later, I think around 2011 or 12, the SEBI has come out with a rule that the brokers should not be charging more than 100 rupees per lot as the brokerage for options. So for options, so SEBI has brought in a ceiling, 100 rupees. Then even otherwise, these people uniformly were charging 100 rupees. Even 100 rupees brokerage is very, very high. And then came some low cost brokers. They started charging per order basis. Say for example, you go and buy one banana, you pay 10 rupees. You buy two banana, 20 rupees, 3 banana, 30 rupees, 10 banana, 100 rupees. That makes sense. But in stock market, you buy one share, you pay 1 rupee brokerage. You buy two share, you pay 2 rupees brokerage. You buy 1 lakh share, you pay 1 lakh rupees brokerage. Where is the thing? Whether you buy 1 share or 10 share or 1 lakh share, the effort by the broker is the same thing, only one contract note, one transaction. Some low cost brokers came, so they started charging per order basis. No need to say, so these low cost brokers have done extremely well. And then there was too much of crowding in low cost broking also. Some people survived, some people could not survive, and so on. The things are going on. Now, basically, where the trust is there, brokerage is very high. I can tell you very honestly, even when there is a trust, there are many things that are not going correct. When I was a small boy, I was asked by one guy, when you grow up, you want to set up a business, which business you will set up, which business you will not set up. So I said, I will set up a movie theater business. I will not set up a restaurant. Then he asked me why. Because in movie theater, you have to buy the ticket first, then only you can go inside. And after watching the movie, you cannot come and say, no, I am not happy with the movie, I will not pay the ticket. But whereas in hotel, you go and eat first and then only you pay the money. After eating, if somebody say, I don't have money, what to do? The main problem with the trading community or investor community, we have to pay money to the brokers upfront. We pay the money upfront to the broker for trading. Sometimes what these brokers do, they just deduct some money from your account, 10,000 rupees deducted. You ask them why, they give, no, this is a peak margin penalty and this and that, so somehow. So because the money is already lying with the broker, just in the name of something they deduct it, then getting back that money is becoming a big problem. And many brokers in India do not like me because, I'm the one who came out with a video. There is no such thing called peak margin penalty. You go and ask for a refund. And uniformly, every broker had to return the money to the investors. And what happens, if the money is not going to the broker, then this issue will not come. So this is where the SEBI is planning a big revolution. First, let us see what happens in the IPO market. Earlier, what we do, if you want to apply for IPO, you have to send the money to the company. And what those companies they do, after collecting the money and once the shares are not allotted and some part of the money, they will not return the money to the investors, the refund. Then you have to ask them, oh, I was not getting allotment. Where is my refund? Then they'll say, no, you please give us the details. Your PAN number is wrong. Somehow they say, then they delay. They delay for 2 months, 3 months, and then until then they enjoy that money. So then later, those days they came out with something called stock invest. It was very, very famous. You talk to some senior people, you will know. So you go to the bank and put the money, and just like a share certificate, they will give something called stock invest, and you send that instead of money to the company. And then so the whole thing has changed now. SEBI has a system called ASBA, application supported by blocked amount. What you do, you put your money in bank and you apply for IPO using this ASBA facility. Let us say you apply for 2 lakh rupees in an IPO. The 2 lakh rupees will be blocked in your account. The money will be there in your bank account. It will continue to earn interest for you. The only thing is you cannot withdraw that 2 lakh rupees. So if the allotment happens, only for the allotted money, the money will be going from the bank to the company. Otherwise, your money will be lying in the bank. The block will be removed once you don't get the allotment. This reduces the risk greatly. Number one, you don't have to send the money to the broker or to the company where you are afraid of a delay in the refund and this and that. So your money is continue to lie with the bank. So only if you get the allotment, then only the money goes. And also you continue to earn interest from the bank. There are some banks, even for savings accounts, they give 6%, 7% interest. You keep that kind of bank account. So you continue to get 6-7% interest. If you're not getting the allotment, nothing to worry. So now what I heard, the SEBI is working something like this even for stock market, secondary market also. Say for example, I have some money with me. I give that money to the broker. So when I take the position, I have to pay margin money to the exchange. So the broker transfers that margin money to the exchange. So this is where the problem comes. My excess money, I am leaving it with the broker. So he is enjoying that money. And then, here and there, for one or the other reason, they just deduct the money. Even for a dispute, it cannot be resolved immediately. I will tell you my one bad experience. I think it was many years, 10, 12 years before. I exactly forgot the number of shares and this and that. I'll just give you the analogy. Let us say State Bank of India, the lot size is 3,000. The agreement with the broker was, I pay 10 rupees per lot as the brokerage. And suddenly, randomly, I check one of my contract note. I sold 2 lots of State Bank of India call option. For 2 lots, I must pay only 20 rupees as the brokerage. But my broker deducted 60,000 rupees as the brokerage from my account. I asked him, how come? Then he said, sorry sir, computer made a mistake. Instead of charging 10 rupees per lot, the computer charged 10 rupees per share. State Bank of India lot size is 3,000. So 2 lots will be 6,000. For 6,000 share, 60,000 rupees. 6,000 into 10. Then I got so much annoyed and I asked him, how come the computer make mistakes so that only client money go to the broker? No computer in this India will do any mistake where the broker's money will come to client account. So it was clearly cheating. To get back that money, so we have to fight. Because once the money is gone, they have the upper hand. So in case of IPO in ASBA, the money never go out of our bank account. So the probability of dispute is very, very less. So now SEBI is working on a scheme where the money will be lying in your bank account only. As and when you take a position, you need to transfer the money. The money will be transferred directly from your bank account to the exchange. Okay, once you close your position, your margin money has to be released. That means the exchange will release the margin money directly to your account. So which means that you are actually bypassing. But again, one can bypass only the broker, one cannot bypass the clearing member. I don't have the complete information with me. I still think it is not directly between the client and the exchange, it must be between the client and clearing member. So the broker one is removed in this system. If this happens, then the question is that, the question of trust with the broker disappears. You can choose any broker, you only will be transferring the money to the extent of the brokerage that you are paying. So he does not hold your money so that he cannot indiscriminately charge something. If he has to charge anything, he has to ask you and then you have to pay it. If this step comes, so this is definitely a revolution, I would say. But then again, right now in most cases, the brokers and clearing members are the same person. So the SEBI will have to work out something, at some point of time, there's nobody is in between, no broker, no clearing member. It should be directly between clients and stock exchanges. So if that happens, so that'll be a very big thing. The job of a regulator is to regulate the things so that the business can grow. That is what exactly SEBI is doing now. And of course, I'm not happy with SEBI for many other things. Say for example, SEBI says that, if I trade in options which is expiring more than 9 months away, then I'm supposed to pay 5% extra exposure margin. So which I'm not happy, because I always feel that trading in long term has much less risk compared to trading in the short term options. So there is no logic for charging 5% extra margin money for trading in long term options. That is one of the reasons why the liquidity is not really very good in long term options. So of course, regulators bring the rules with the right intention, but sometimes it doesn't happen, so it goes against the intention. So that's a different story. But in this issue, I would say what SEBI is doing is really a very good thing. It's a revolution. So hope this helps more traders to come into the stock market actively. And already National Stock Exchange of India is the largest derivative exchange in the world. And then still I would say the potential is at least another 3 to 4 times more than what we are having now. Especially options, I came to market in 2007, and then I'm the guy who popularized option selling at the retail level. Now there are so many retail people actively trading in options, and then very soon India will be #1 options market in the world. And not only #1, the difference between #1 and #2 will be very, very wide, and we will be the most liquid, most traded options market in the world. So that's it for now. Hope you enjoyed watching this video. Thank you for watching.